Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the live stream watch along of AC Milan against Napoli, match that should be starting in just about 15 minutes from now at the Stadio San Siro. Before I get into my little match preview, or at least talking about the starting 11s for both teams, I would like to apologize because initially I did start another live stream, but for some reason the stream wasn't starting, or at least it wasn't transmitting the frames towards you guys. So in that case I have to start a whole new live stream, and that's pretty much what delayed the start of this live stream by 15 minutes. But now we are finally live on air. I'm happy that we finally got this settled in with. So yes, there is a big game coming up in just about 15 minutes time at the Stadio San Siro. Personally, I'm pretty excited for it. I know we're playing a very tough opponent like Napoli, but there's supposed to be a big outcome at the San Siro. Really a big crowd. I heard that over 50,000 people will be attending this match. So definitely a much anticipated fixture between these two titans. Napoli currently hold the third place position as they are 4 points ahead of Milan. And, you know, obviously Milan do have that game in hand. If they do want to make it to the Champions League, Milan, they're going to have to get a result out of this game, whether it's a win or a tie. What's important really to come out of this game is that we do not lose, because that will be just a shame to see Milan losing this important fixture. But yes, we are playing Napoli, a team that has many strengths all around the field. And by taking a look at the formations, the starting lineups for both of these teams, Milan will be going with Donnarumma, Abate, Gomez, Paletta, and Calabria in the back four there. Kučka, Sosa, Pasalic in the midfield, Suso, Bacca, and Bonaventura up front. As for Napoli, they will be going with Reina in net, Isai, Albiol, also Tonelli, who has been doing very good for Napoli recently, scoring lots of goals, and Strinic will be making the back four. Alan, Jorginho, and Amšik will be making up that midfield, and up front we'll see Calayon with Mertens and Insigne by his side. Like I said, it's a very strong lineup for Napoli. Very good in that midfield, very good up front. I'm expecting Napoli to really come out strong to get the 3 points here, but it won't be an easy task as Milan only lost once previously this season at the San Siro. Now, as for Milan's lineup, we all know that Romagnoli and Locatelli will both be missing from this match due to suspension. Therefore, we see Gustavo Gomez coming in to replace Romagnoli, and Jose Sosa comes in to replace Locatelli. Personally, I'm not particularly worried by Gustavo Gomez because he did have a very good performance against Torino in the Coppa Italia last week. So I'm not really worried about that. What the real problem for me is in the middle of the field. I find that Napoli's midfield is so much more technically superior to ours, and you know, when you look at players there such as Alan, Jorginho, Amšik, these are all players that can make the difference. Very strong midfield. When you look at Milan, we have Kučka and Pasalic there. Bertolacci was actually snubbed by Montella, and which kind of surprises me. You know, I really wasn't expecting Bertolacci to be snubbed like that. But you know, these are things that you have to consider when looking at particular fixtures. You cannot just play players because they have been continuous. They have been doing very good progress in recent games. You know, you have to adapt to each fixture individually. And I think Montella took a look at the Napoli fixture and he said, okay, we need definitely some physical presence in that middle. Kučka will guarantee that. Pasalic on the left, I definitely hope that he does a very good job. Maybe these types of games against top opposition in the Serie A is definitely not the types of games that you would personally include players like Pasalic inside, but I'm definitely hoping for a strong showing from him. Up front, you know, I'm not worried at all. Suso, Bonaventura, two real pillars for this team all season round. Bacca, hopefully he will get at least his third goal in as many games this season. Actually, this year in 2017. He has scored against Cagliari and Torino already in 2017. Let's see if he can make it 3 out of 3 against Napoli. Now, guys, we're about 10 minutes away. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about the starting 11? Is it strong enough to beat Napoli, or at least could we get a result, a positive result? By that I mean, you know, even a tie in my eyes would be pretty positive to say, because Napoli is a very good team. You know, not many teams get points out of Napoli, but we are at home. We cannot go into this game scared. In my opinion, we need to really be focused and concentrated for the full 90 minutes if we want to get anything out of it. But let me know in your comment section below, what do you guys think about the starting 11? Is it good enough or not? Also, before I start reading your comments, guys, as usual, we tend to set objectives for these live streams. So as usual, we want to reach 150 likes in this live stream. We always usually reach that, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we're aiming for 11,500 subscribers today. If we could reach that, that'll be just amazing. So if you haven't yet subscribed to Rossoneri TV, hit on that subscribe button and hit on that like button as well. Also, make sure to share the video, invite your friends. The more we are, the better, the more conversation we could have. That is definitely what we want to see here on Rossoneri TV, the fan channel for AC Milan fans. But let's get right into these comments. Edel Figo says they scored 9 goals against us in the last 3 games. Am I really the only one who isn't optimistic? Yes, they really have scored a lot of goals. Particularly, I could recall the game against Napoli last season at the San Siro, where unfortunately we conceded 4 goals at home. It was just way too much. Also, this season we played them at the San Paolo for the first time, and we lost that one 4-2. We actually made a nice little comeback at first, but after that, I don't know exactly what happened. For some reason, we weren't capable of holding on to that equalizer. We got players suspended in the match. Technically speaking, we did really get a lot of suspensions so far this season, but let's hope it's a turn of events today. Like I said, yes, we did lose some fixtures against Napoli in recent past by very big margins, but I see this team completely different to what we saw at the beginning of the season. And even if you take last season into consideration, I think this is a very different team altogether. Jind LOL says exactly that. He says Milan always plays good football against stronger sides, and I could completely agree with that. Kuchka even came out today before the game and said that he's not expecting many goals in this game. It's going to be a very tight affair between these two teams. And, you know, I could agree with him, because I don't think Milan will be giving much away to Napoli, especially at home. And as we know, Napoli is a solid all-around team. Their only real weakness, their weak point, I would suggest, is that their defense, they're missing a few players such as Gulam and Koulibaly due to the African Cup of Nations. So we need to take advantage of that, you know. Also, Strinic playing on Suso's side, he could definitely use his speed and work that to an advantage for him. We're going to have to see, but Milan's going to have to take their chances today, that is for sure. We cannot afford any setbacks. We cannot really allow Napoli to get any real chance on us. Definitely they're going to get chances, but we have to limit their attacks at all costs. The predictions are coming in. Mark Job is saying AC Milan 3, Napoli 1. Caleb with the same scoreline, very optimistic. Marcello says we're at home. We must come out attacking that weak defense. We could get revenge here today. I'm calling a 2-1 victory with goals from Baca and Bonaventura. Very interesting. Boyan Bogoev says, I'm only afraid because Pasalic is out of form. Definitely the guy hasn't been playing a lot. I'm kind of curious as to why Montella decided to put Pasalic instead of Bertolacci in that midfield. Given the fact that, you know, he's actually been using him more and more recently. But we'll see exactly what happens. Mark Job also says that this is a statement match. Pasquale says, Ciao Gio, I can understand Montella starting Pasalic as opposed to Bertolacci. He wants to keep the midfielder tight. midfield tighter. Napoli are very strong. Will be a tight game. It's either going to be 1-0 to Milan or 1-1. Azem says, out of position, Calabria won't be able to deal with Calayon on that right flank. I don't know why Antonelli is not starting. What do you think, Gio? And I really agree with that, because when I saw the starting 11, and even yesterday when I was speaking with the match preview there, I'm kind of confused as to why Calabria is starting on that left side. He's out of position. Antonelli is available, so that is why I'm not quite sure why Antonelli didn't get the start over Calabria. Now, the only thing that I could judge regarding that is that Antonelli hasn't been playing for a few weeks now. Well, he was suffering from fatigue and other problems, but I still don't understand why Calabria, was favored to Antonelli for that left side due to the fact that it's not his position. So we're gonna have to see exactly what Montella hopes to imply with that move, because personally I don't really understand it. We'll see. I definitely hope that Calabria has a positive game. I've always rated Calabria very highly, but he did struggle on that left side against Torino on Thursday, or was it on Monday? Sorry about that. When we played them in the Serie A, he did struggle on that left side. Yes, he did better in that second half. But this is a whole different team. We're playing Napoli. It's not as easy as an opponent as Torino is, and we definitely did make a lot of mistakes against Torino. So hopefully it's not the case today. I'm curious to see how Calabria is going to be playing on the left side, but that's a very good statement you made there. I'm curious to see what he could do, and I'm curious as to why he chose him over Antonelli, Montella, that is. Lots of comments coming in from you guys. Lagarto says the same thing. Why Antonelli is not starting? Antonelli is so much better and also better attacker than Calabria, which does not have a left foot. That's very good. Once again, Antonelli can move more freely on that left side. He could also contribute to the attack, whereas I don't see Calabria really doing that. I'm not saying it's as bad as the Shio situation, but still, for a game like this, I would start Antonelli. I don't know why. I don't know why Montella really went with this risk, but we'll see exactly what happens. Regarding the Deulofeu transfer, it's not confirmed yet. It is a done deal. I did speak about it yesterday in the video. A lot of people were going ham because they thought that it wasn't going to occur in the end. All it is that AC Milan made a premature tweet for some reason. They were posting it already on their social media that it was a done deal. Deulofeu is confirmed. He will be confirmed, just that Everton got a little upset because they wanted to wait until Deulofeu completes his medicals with Milan and signs a contract before making it an official statement on their Twitter page and so forth. So that's really the whole commotion over that. Like I said yesterday in the live stream, there was no real motive as to why people should be getting scared as if the transfer wouldn't go through. So it will be happening. It's just a matter of time. On Monday, that's when his medicals will happen. After that, everything will be official. Hi Daryl, thank you for joining. Ed Alfigo says, Gio, do you think that we're going to play our usual possession-based football against Napoli, or are we just going to play a Mihajlovic style of football? Possession against Napoli is definitely key if you guys want us to win anything today, or at least get close to anything. But yeah, definitely, I don't know how much possession we could do. When we do have the ball, we have to be very smart with it. Like I said, Napoli have a lot of threats, players that could just, hurt you on any mistake that you make, and we have to really limit our mistakes. What's more important for me is that we do come out very strong in this game. I think we need to dictate that from the beginning of the match. If we wait until Napoli has already started, getting into that match, it all depends on Milan. I think if Milan want to have a positive outcome out of this game, it's all going to depend on them. They're going to have to really imply their style and pretty much dictate the game. That's obviously not something that's easy to do against Napoli, but we're gonna have to do it some way or another. Whether we limit their chances, we take our chances. We're not gonna be getting many chances, even though we should be, working on Napoli's defense as it's not that strong. So it really all depends on Milan's mentality. I really didn't like the mentality in the past 2 games for Milan. Against Torino when we played them in the Coppa Italia last week, and in the Serie A earlier this week on Monday. I didn't like the mentality that we went in with. Sure, we turned things around in the second half, but, we need to be better than that. We simply need to be better than that. Now the players are currently in the tunnel. Kickoff will be starting in just a few moments. But before I get into we start the match here, I would like to read some more of your comments. Like I said, the San Siro is pretty packed today. Over 50,000 people are attending. As you would expect, it is a very big game, and the players are currently making their way on the pitch. I would also like to take the occasion to tell you guys that at halftime and after the match, we will be allowing people to call in on Skype as we normally do during our watch-alongs, to give in your input on what you thought about Milan's performance, or even the game as a whole. What did you make of the game? So that'll be taking place at halftime and after the match on this live stream. You guys could call us on Skype. I'll just put the information up very soon. But yeah, you guys could call us on Skype to give in your input, and you will be aired live on this stream. I'm just gonna put that up right there. As you can see at the bottom of your screen in the scroll bar, all the details are there. Please subscribe to the channel. Once again, our target for today is 11,500 subscribers. It'll be immense if we could actually reach that. And also leave a like on the video, as our goal for today is reaching 150 likes. The players are currently on the pitch as they're undergoing the Serie A anthem. And on that note, I'll put up the score line and the timer so you guys could keep track with that, so you know exactly where I stand. For those of you that are probably going to be asking, I'm just going to say now, there's always a delay from YouTube to what you're actually watching on TV. If you're watching the match, there's always a sort of delay. So I have no control over that. I will be putting a timer so you guys could see exactly where I'm on in terms of the YouTube stream. I am watching it at the same time as you guys, but unfortunately YouTube has this delay that I cannot do anything about. So yeah, I will be having a timer just so you guys could exactly see what point in the match I'm in. The captains are currently shaking hands. That is Abate for Milan, Amshik for Napoli. I believe the referee is Rocky, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really crazy about this guy. For some reason, he always pisses me off. Always tends to do bad calls for Milan. But anyways, we'll see exactly what he makes out of this game. But yeah, as I said, Milan have to walk into this match with the right approach. We cannot afford any false passes, any false movements from the start. We really need to be strong and really impose our own style of play on Napoli. Because once Napoli start playing their fast counter-attacking football, their fast possession football, I'm not saying it's game over, but, you know, that's really when we're going to have to be careful and limit their chances. So everything is set at the San Siro. Once again, this is a very important match for both of these teams. Very, very crucial. Especially for Milan. Napoli still in the race for even the Scudetto. You wouldn't count them out just yet. But the game is underway. Milan with the possession already. Wishing you guys a very good game. And thank you for tuning in to Rossoneri TV for this live stream watch along. Throughout the game, make sure to leave your comments, as I'll be reading them throughout the stream. Let me know if you guys have any particular comment on a certain player or how the team is going. But I'll be taking care of all of that throughout the stream. So, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to share the video as well on social media. The more we have, the better it is, so we can even engage in a further discussion with more people. So for some reason my stream kind of disappeared, so I'm gonna be getting that sorted out. Just give me a second. For those of you that are asking where you can watch a live, really there's all kinds of streams that you can find online. There's really anything available for you guys, even on TV. If you guys have Rai, you can definitely watch it there. Rico Tesoro says, this is my favorite question. Do you think Locatelli is gonna do good? Well, he's not playing. Locatelli is not playing, so I really cannot answer that question for you, unfortunately. But you know, I definitely hope that Jose Sosa is capable of filling in his shoes. Just bear with me, guys, as I am trying to sort something out for you guys. As usual, let me know your thoughts on the match. I'll be reading your comments. I know a lot of them come in all at once, but I'll try my best to read your comments if you guys have anything to talk about regarding this game. All right. I finally got the stream working here again for me. Alright. Pasquale says, even on beIN Sports. Yeah, you guys could watch even on beIN Sports if you guys want. That's where they're showing it. Jeffrey says, watching your stream from Women March in Little Rock, Arkansas. Thank you for that. Was there a penalty for Napoli? No, nothing given for Napoli. Thank God nothing happened there. That would have been the worst of starts. Let's see your Amshik with Gustavo Gomez. Paleta. That was really risky for Paleta. Lucky we escaped that danger. My prediction, I think it's going to be a tie game. I think it's going to end maybe 1-1 this game. It's very, very tight. We'll see exactly what happens, but I think it's going to be a very tight game. I definitely think that we need Antonelli as well. I simply don't know why Antonelli wasn't starting in this game, to be honest with you guys. But hopefully Calabria has a good game today, because we need him to have a good game. Here's Abate with a cross! Oh, that's a good deflection there for Napoli. Very good to intervene there from the Napoli defense. Now, Napoli on the counter. Thankfully, Gustavo Gomez is there at the right time to intervene. It's very condensed at the moment with the teams. I mean, they're really playing tight together. Not much space to move around. Very tight spaces for Milan. It's nearly impossible to get anything running. We're trying to get something started from the back, but here's Pasalic. Pasalic against Isai. Does he win anything? Still Pasalic. Very great dribbling skills, that's for sure. Milan still have the possession. Oh, that was very tight. Abate has to be careful there. Still Milan with the ball. Another poor pass from Pasalic. It was intercepted by Napoli. And here's a counter for Napoli now. That's a very smart pass. Here's Insigne. A shot! It's a goal for Insigne. Donnarumma was not capable of reaching to that. Not quite sure about the position. But like I said at the beginning of the game, it is definitely characteristic for Napoli. Very strong on the counterattacks. And we've seen it again today. Very strong on the counterattacks. Very fast. Very good vision. And that's exactly what Napoli kind of do. And they scored right away against Milan. It's 1-0. But, you know, taking a look again at this goal, guys, I believe that Donnarumma wasn't really well positioned. I mean, it was a good shot from Insigne. Definitely a good shot from Insigne. Not taking anything away from that. But I think Donnarumma could have done a bit better on that shot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Donnarumma could have done a bit better on that one. I'm not gonna lie. But it is 1-0 for Napoli. Early goal. Unfortunately, I said it. I didn't want this type of start from Milan. I really didn't want this type of start. But like the commentators are even mentioning, you know, we cannot afford certain counterattacks like that. You're honestly, that all started from Pasalic's mistake already up front there. It was a bad pass, in my opinion. Napoli intercepted that, and like I said, their counterattacks are deadly. They will not do any favors for any teams, and that was a prime example of that. You make a mistake, Napoli is going to make you pay for it, and that's exactly what happened there. It was a powerful shot, I'm not denying that. I just think that I will look again at Donnarumma's position, to be honest. I think there's something slightly wrong with that position that he was holding. But I don't know, like being a keeper myself, I will probably reach out with one hand on that. Gives you a better launch, a better you know, jump in the play in the air for that. Goal was scored by Insigne, for those of you that are asking. Not the start I wanted. Not the start I wanted. Unfortunately, we always start bad in the recent games. I don't understand why we always have to start bad like that. There's Sosa. Too many giveaways at this point. Way too many giveaways, and I'm not liking anything that I'm seeing at the moment from Milan. Here's Mertens against Gustavo Gomez. So slow. And it's 2-0. Just easy as that. Easy as it sounds. So easy for Napoli. So easy for Napoli. And what a poor start this really is. This is just embarrassing to say the least. Once again, coming from that left side. And I said it, that left side looks rather weak. If you're not considering Bonaventura, you know, you're looking at Pasalic, you're looking at Calabria on the left side. It's not where those players are supposed to be playing, especially Calabria. I don't know why Gustavo Gomez was playing or moved to the left to intercept, but, you know, Mertens just completely destroyed. There was also someone else that wasn't completely marking the player, and that is exactly Calabria. Like I said, Calabria shouldn't be playing on that left side. I don't understand the decision made from Montella to start Calabria instead of Antonelli. But, you know, this is just as bad of a start that you would probably imagine Milan to get. At the San Siro at home, being down 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes. Not even in the opening 10 minutes. It's just a big shock for the team. Obviously, there's still a lot to be played. And Milan has been known to be one of those reactionary teams. But this is just embarrassing to say the least. You cannot afford to give Napoli passes like that. You cannot afford to give Napoli spaces where they're going to exploit those spaces. And it's going to be easy as that. This is just an embarrassment from Milan, to be honest with you. They knew about Napoli's strengths. And at the moment, it's just like giveaway after giveaway from Milan. They're not even able to set anything up. And I think it goes even further than just the fact of, Napoli or Milan playing without Locatelli or Romagnoli. This is just an organization in total that has been very, very problematic for Milan so far in this game. Very problematic from what I'm seeing. Way too many mistakes, really, from the whole field. Not able to set anything up, and now being down 2 goals already in the opening 10 minutes. It's a very tough road. Very tough road till the end. But Napoli is just so strong in launching plays. It's like they have eyes behind their head. Here's another one from Insigne against Gustavo Gomez. Hopefully he gets that one right. It's going to be a goal kick, thankfully. It's going to be a goal kick, thankfully. It's going to be finally a yellow card to Mertens. That was the second time that Mertens attempted to get a penalty shot or a dive. This time he's been booked. And yeah, that was a pure dive from Mertens. I don't know what he's trying to show there. But Rocky has rightfully booked him for that. But it is really a poor start from Milan. You cannot go down at home. 2 goals just like that. You cannot go down. Just embarrassing. But if you guys really take a look at those counterattacks from Napoli, it's like they have eyes behind their head. Just so fast, not giving Milan any space, no time. And you have to be aware of that if you're Milan. You have to be aware of that. Napoli has those strengths. You have to have better ball possession. You cannot give the ball away cheaply. And unfortunately, Milan has done just that so far this game. They haven't been capable of putting or stringing 2 passes together. Still a long game. Anything could happen, but this is, an embarrassing start to say the least. Pasquale says, Napoli have clogged the midfield, winning possession and the counter. Donnarumma messed up on the second goal, but the defense is shit. Maybe Donnarumma could have even closed that angle better. I certainly agree with that. You need to take care of that first post more than anything. But what was the defense doing? So disorganized. You got Gustavo Gomez playing on the left, and Calabria was looking as a center back. Completely unmarked there, Callejon. There's just no excuses. No excuses whatsoever for Milan. I said it before the game. They're gonna make your mistakes. They're gonna make you pay for your mistakes, and that's exactly what Napoli did so far. Not once, but twice. Here's another counter from Napoli. So strong. Thankfully, Donnarumma comes out strong on that one. Gets the ball and not the man, because that would have been even more trouble. There is a Napoli player down now. And Rocky's taking a look at it on who it was, but Donnarumma did get the ball, all clean there. There was definitely no foul, but Calabria has really been so slow today, just so slow from Calabria, and I just don't understand why Antonelli wasn't starting in this game. I'm still gonna repeat it. I don't understand why Antonelli wasn't starting in this game. Geek101 says, I'm so pissed. I knew we'd start bad, and now we've got a mountain to climb. If they get a third, we're screwed. Dimitri said, I just finished with my dinner. Come back and see 0-2. What the fuck? It's just been a terrible start, Dimitri. Just a terrible start. Exactly what you would be expecting from Milan these days. Aniket says, that is exactly why we need Deulofeu space to counterattack. Sure, we do need a space, but it's not even just that, The midfield is just so weak. And I said it, when you look, even on paper, you don't need a genius to tell you that Milan's midfield was, technically weaker than Napoli's, because you could just see that on paper. And today they're showing it. Just so strong, that midfield, so unified. They press very well, and it makes everything impossible for Milan to generate so fast. When you got a stacked team like Napoli, that's the real difference. And I mentioned so many times, people ask me, Will Milan be capable of making it to the Champions League this year? Will they be capable? I've always said it. There's teams that are way more stacked than us. And people, either they don't want to say it or they don't see it. But being realistic, you could definitely tell that there's teams such as Napoli in the Serie A that are so stacked and deserve Champions League way better than us. That's pretty much the end of the story. Harrison says, watching this game highlights how important players like Romagnoli and Locatelli are. I definitely agree with that, but it's just not, like I said, it's just not about them missing today. I think that it's also the organization that Montella tried to imply on this team, and it's simply not working right now. We didn't even manage to get a shot on target while Napoli got 2 and they scored on both occasions. Here's a chance for Milan, given away by Bacca, and there's a foul on the Napoli player. Very weak there once again. Did he even touch Amsic? I'm not sure about that. The referee saw it as a foul, and he has given it. Sifuri says, guys, keep your faith. Let's hope so. Dario says, we need Antonelli, Romagnoli, and Lapadula. Unfortunately, Romagnoli is suspended, so it's not like we can get him this game. Chrissy says, Napoli is not Sassuolo. That's exactly it, Napoli is not a team that it's so easy to come back from, like Torino or Sassuolo, for that instance. This is a real team, a team that will punish you if they go in the lead. And right now, unfortunately, I'm looking at a repeat. Hopefully not, but I'm looking at a repeat of last season's Milan-Napoli at the San Siro. Unfortunately, it looks exactly like that once again. Hopefully that's not the case. Milan will start to wake up. But as for now, Napoli's defense is not even the strongest of the defenses. They're missing key components in there, and so far, they haven't even been tested. Just because of how strong their midfield and forwards are. They pretty much are doing all the job that their defense is not even being tested. Sure, their defense is decent at least, but we should be capable of forcing something on them. These long passes, I honestly don't understand them. Please stop with these long passes. Please. I already seen enough of that. Arshia says their pace is just too much for us. Nothing we can do with the players we have as of right now. And here's another counterattack by the way for Napoli. Let's just see the developments of this one here. Just so organized, really. That's what it is from Napoli. They have good players and they're organized, and it really makes everything much easier for them. Getting back into your comment there, Ashia, he says, as of right now, we're not creating anything whatsoever, just playing very inaccurate long balls, and it really is a glimpse of the old Milan. What a poor touch that was from Bacca. What's this guy doing? Just, it looks almost like a video game for Napoli. Just almost looks like a video game for Napoli. Flawless, really flawless. So good to watch though. Really so good to watch. I have to give merit to Napoli on how they play, but Milan already look like a bunch of dead players, and Napoli are just going 200 miles an hour at the moment. Aniket says, Gio, since Deschio is out, our defense has got really worse. Maybe he's actually very good. You know what? We have Antonelli on the bench. It's not about Deschio here. It's just about a poor decision being made by Montella. Why would you start Calabria over Antonelli? I don't understand. Pasquale says, the plus side is Napoli will not be able to keep this up. It really all depends on how Milan plays. If they allow them to keep it up, they will be keeping it up. That's the thing. For some reason, every time that we play against teams and they're up and leading, they always seem to lose concentration, and that's a poor foul from Calabria. Is he gonna get booked? Just a warning from the referee. Like I said, for some reason, every time we're losing, teams lose concentration in the long run. So that could be something positive to look forward to. But so far, I have seen nothing at all from Milan. Napoli has literally been toying around with Milan's players so far. And I'm not saying that I wasn't expecting it, but I was expecting a way better showing than this from Milan, especially considering that we're at home, you know? Dimitri says, we lack on the passing game, much from the wings, and then a useless cross, not much breaks in the middle. And Napoli is really making life tough for Milan in the middle. They're just not giving them any space whatsoever. At this, might be a booking. It is. It is a booking for Milan. Yellow card given to Calabria, I believe. Yes, it has been Calabria. And it has been a start to forget for Calabria so far on that left side. Once again, very cheap. Very, very cheap from Calabria. And I really don't understand what he's trying to show. And why, personally, Montella would put him in this important game like that. I just can't wrap my head around it, to be honest. Paul Solo says we are going to score for sure. Thing is, why can't we score first? We should have came out with a more defensive approach. Here's another cross, this time easily captured by Donnarumma. Serial Killer says, I still don't understand how guys like Calabria and Bacca are starting over Lapadula and Antonelli. I don't understand too. I mean, Bacca did get 2 goals in 2 games this year so far. But as for the defense, I don't understand why Antonelli is not starting. He's making a lot of bad passes too, Calabria. Really, it has to be said. Clayton says, Gio, what happened exactly for now? Because I missed the beginning and I've seen 2-0. I'm shocked. Pretty much both goals came from counterattacks for Napoli. As you should know, they're very, very strong on those counterattacks, very fast. And that's exactly what happened. Napoli pretty much got 2 goals like that. Milan's defense just dumbfounded. Just, you know, they just couldn't keep up with any of their plays. Poor marking, poor decisions, and it's really been a FIFA game for Napoli so far. A real game. Almost looks like a training session for them at the moment. And we didn't even get a chance so far in 23 minutes. Pretty sad to say. Hopefully we'll catch a break here. But so far, it's really been an embarrassment, a real big embarrassment. Lots of comments coming in from you guys, so sorry guys if I don't read them all. There's really a lot from you guys, so Abate, was he asking for handball there? The referee says nothing. Abate still complaining to the linesman. Giuliano says, I hate it so much when Milan's playing the fucking ball back to our defense and Donna. I agree, but there's just simply no space whatsoever. Napoli is doing so good to close them. And really, Milan's getting no chances whatsoever to move the ball around in the front. We don't have the players as well. Napoli is really making everything look so easy for them right now. So easy. If people think Paleta's a genius, they fucked it up. You know, my expectations at the beginning of the season weren't exactly what... Why isn't Bacca pressing Reina there? He's just like letting him pass. You're supposed to go fully on him. I don't understand what that is from Bacca. Anyways, getting back to the comment, Paletta, he's definitely done good this season. Don't get me wrong. He's been amazing. It's just I think that he needs that partnership with Romagnoli to really be on this game for some reason. I don't think Gustavo Gomez and Paletta really have that, and that's another poor giveaway from Jose Sosa this time. Like, they're asking for it, and that's gonna be a yellow card. Really, what is Jose Sosa doing there? He's just asked for that. That's really the definition of a bad player, guys. That's the definition of a poor player with no brain. And unfortunately, Milan has so many players like that. Poor giveaway, gives the ball away, gets himself a yellow, another stupid yellow card given. Honestly, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous from Jose Sosa there. And Montero, I don't know what he's thinking of. And this is exactly what I mean by depth, you know? Locatelli or even Suso, Bonaventura, these guys get injured. We have no one to replace them. We have no one that could come on the game and actually have a positive impact. Look at that. That's pretty much the explanation of the players that we have rotting on the bench. That's pretty much it. Here's another cross. It's going to be a foul against Napoli on Kuchka. Christy says even Donnarumma will play better at the left back than Calabria. Christy says Napoli's playing FIFA. That's exactly what it is. They're really toying around with the team right now. Really toying around. Sad to say, but that's exactly what's happening with Milan and Napoli at the moment. Montella asking for a booking from the sidelines for Napoli. Strinic. The referee doesn't give anything though. Cesar says he better not bring Niang on instead of Lapadula. Once again, guys, this is there's a counterattack for Milan. Their first real chance with Abate. Shoots. It goes right into Reina's hands. That was really the first attempt from Milan after 27 minutes, guys. Believe it or not. 27 minutes to get something on target. Unbelievable. Dimitri's saying, I look at this game and all I see is poor passes. Oh, that's way too easy for Napoli. Oh, thankfully that ends up right into Donnarumma's hands. It wasn't even offside. Mertens could have easily made it 3-0 there. Well, didn't we get away with one there? That could have easily been 3-0 for Napoli. Not quite sure why Mertens even just gave it to a pass to Donnarumma, because that wasn't even offside. It would have been 3-0. And he's still pretty pissed off about that, Mertens. This is a reality check. It really is. Because, you know, we can walk into the certain matches with the bad approach against Torino. We can walk with a bad approach into games like Cagliari. But against Napoli, against these top teams, you cannot walk into the games like that. They will punish you, and that will be the end of the game. Simple as that. You cannot afford to make stupid decisions all game round like we have so far in the opening half hour of this game. Really, what has Milan done so far this game? Complete zero in performance-wise. Napoli is just toying with them with flicks and tricks. Bacca that only has one foot, a right foot. Even he's forced to make passes even with a right foot. Finally, Bonaventura applying some pressure, but that ends up in Reina's hands, and it's still 2-0 after 30 minutes. Alpini says, to be fair, Napoli does have the best attack in the league, so don't feel too bad about this result. it's not about the result. This is definitely the approach that Milan has taken to the game. That's what pisses me off the most. It has nothing to do about result or not. Definitely, I mean, I want to see a good result for Milan. But what I'm trying to say is that even if we were 0-0 at the moment and Napoli hadn't scored yet, I would still say the same thing. The approach hasn't been the right approach for Milan at all. At all. Sadosh says we provide no attacking threat whatsoever. Beats Next Door says it's not a problem with our mentality, it's just our players don't have the quality and the fitness to play against teams like Napoli. I partially agree and I partially disagree, because we're capable of beating Juve twice this season. What happened to that? We're just gonna throw that out the window? You know, we definitely had the opportunity to beat them twice. We can challenge any team in the league. Definitely we don't have the quality players that Napoli has, but this shouldn't have nothing to do about us beating teams. Abdullah Ham says if you want to win, you should start the game attacking. Attacking to a certain extent, but you know, Napoli is very fast on the counterattack, and you know, Milan is pretty they're a team that, you know, always makes bad decisions and bad passes, so you can attack all you want, but Napoli will hurt you on those mistakes that you make. So unless you have a good possession-based team that doesn't really make stupid mistakes, then that could be a different story. But what I'm seeing right now is exactly the Milan of last season. That's exactly the type of Milan that I'm seeing so far. Here's a chance with Abate being speedy on the right side. Puts a cross in. Napoli very good to put that out though. It was a good chance for Napoli, for Milan. Kuchka now. Suso loses the ball. Milan slowly getting some possession, playing a bit faster. Like Dario was saying, if we could get a goal before halftime, that would be a real miracle for how we've been playing so far this half. And I think that should be our main objective at the moment. Abate is pretty much the only guy that's making runs right now. And as you can see, that right flank is being used a lot more. He's making the runs, and sometimes Suso has to go as far back as the defense just to create something. It's pretty sad to say, but that's something that the midfield should be doing. Unfortunately, we don't have the players to do that. Suso passes it to Kuchka, puts in a cross. Once again, easily defended by Napoli. The crosses are not menacing enough. And it's going to be a goal kick. Very close to a corner for Milan. W2 Septa says it's not whether we can fight against this kind of team. The keyword here is depth. And I've been saying that all along for weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, it's not about just having a good starting 11. We also need good backups. And at the moment, you know, unfortunately, we don't have good backups for those players that got suspended today. For today's game. We don't. We simply don't. You saw how Jose Sosa was so poor on that challenge. We saw it endless times. Even Gustavo Gomez, sure, you could be decent, but decency is not what we need here. We need players that could deliver every week. Here's Bonaventura now. Puts in a cross. He's going to win a corner. The first corner of the game for Milan. Finally, something is currently starting to spark up. Suso. Bonaventura puts it in. Is it a goal? What an opportunity that was! Was it Gustavo Gomez? It was, just inches away from the post. That was really Milan's first chance of this game. The real first chance. Gustavo Gomez should have done much better from there though. That had goal written all over it. Just an inch away. And these are the types of chances that you need to put in the back of the net. Napoli is not going to give you many chances. But better for Milan. Better for Milan. Gustavo Gomez should have put that in the back of the net. That was about 2 meters away. Finally, Baca's doing some pressing on Reyna. I don't know why I haven't seen that from him for 35 minutes. All of a sudden, he decides like it's time to do something about it. Like I said, Milan is slowly starting to play better. Hopefully this is a good indicator, but that should be offside. Maybe not. Yes, it is. It's offside. I saw that even from before. Baca's pissed off and launches the ball against the advertising boards. Yeah, that was offside all over it. I mean, I even saw that before the pass was made. Not quite sure what he's complaining about that, Baca, but that was offside all over it. But that should have definitely been 2-1, like Pasquale is saying. That should have definitely been 2-1. Here's a good chance for Milan. It's 2-1. It's a goal for Milan. 2-1. And that's exactly what we wanted before halftime. Kuchka, Kuchka gets a goal for Milan. Exactly what we needed. I was actually looking at the comments, but for once, that all really originated from Kuchka himself. Poor giveaway from Napoli, something that you won't be seeing much. But he's got the job done. You're right, Kuchka on the score sheet, and I believe that's the second time this month that he gets on the score sheet. That's exactly the type of mentality that you want to see from the midfield. It was a bad giveaway from Napoli. Kuchka took advantage of that, and he earns Milan a very important goal just before half-time. Let's see how this could progress in the game. But Milan was starting to show signs. I did say it a few minutes before. They started to show signs of better overall playing. We also had a big chance with... is the referee going to give something here to Napoli? It's a yellow. It's a yellow. I thought it was more than that. It's a yellow card. I believe that was Strinic. It is. Strinic has been booked for an elbow on Suso's face. Let's see this again here. Not sure there was much into that. But Strinic did earn himself a yellow card. Once again, taking a look at this giveaway. Well done by Pasalic and Kuchka to work together and getting an important goal right before halftime. I still haven't been able to update the score. I'll do that just now. But that is exactly the type of goal that you want to see just before halftime. I'm also going to be updating the timer because for some reason it's a bit delayed. I'm going to fix that up for you guys right now. But that was a very, very important goal for Kuchka and Milan. Let's see if Milan can get another one before halftime. That'll be a crazy comeback again for Milan if that happens. Here's Napoli though on the counter. Nothing happening there. And I've been saying, you know, I was seeing Milan starting up plays, finally moving the ball right, getting something started. And it should have been already a goal on Gustavo Gomez there. But Milan is really starting to play hard now, finally. I don't know why we always have to be that type of reaction team. I don't know why we always wait until the opponent score goals. We're finally seeing that Milan that just comes back into games. Let's hope it's another comeback today. Mad Mike says, I predict a sending off in this game. How many goals has Kuchka scored in this season? I could recall at least 3 goals. I don't know if he has more than that, but I know at least 3 goals he scored. I remember he scored one against Chievo, another one against Torino, and another one today. if you, I can't recall him scoring any more goals, but if you guys recall any other goals that he scored, I remember him scoring 3 so far. Beats Next Door says we should answer to Napoli's pressure with our own pressing. That's how we got the goal, and that's exactly it. You pretty much nailed it on that comment. You know, Napoli is doing a very good job in pressing. Why aren't we doing the same? Or why weren't we doing the same? We're doing better now, but why weren't we pressing when Napoli, you know, for the first half an hour? Why did we have to wait and lose half an hour of the game? Another giveaway there by Napoli. Milan take advantage of the ball. Just look how hard Napoli really presses. They really press really hard, and I don't know why Milan cannot do the same. That's all that really matters in these types of games. You need to apply high pressure. You cannot afford to give Napoli space. And you cannot just go calmly on them. You need to be up their ass 24/7. Kuchka, a bit of... that's exactly the pressing you need. There you go. Simple as that. Abate now forced to play backwards, but at least we got the ball. And taking a look at the possession, Milan actually has 58% compared to 42% from Napoli. Here's a foul on a Milan player, Jose Sosa. Milan restarts the play quickly. Pasalic, was that him? That's exactly the pressure you need. Why couldn't you do that for half an hour? I don't understand. That's a foul. That should be a foul. Rocky says nothing. Rocky plays... Still Napoli on the counter. They switch sides. Strinic now. Insigne. Puts a cross in. And thankfully that ball goes out for a goal kick to Donnarumma. Donnarumma complaining with the goal line ref himself, telling him that should have been a foul. Let's see this again. And that should have been a foul. That should have been a foul on Callejon. I simply don't understand what that decision was from the referee there. Anika says, if Milan play like a team, they win. That's exactly the type of performance you need to have. You need to play as a team. And here's a good play here. Bonaventura. A cross, a low cross. Doesn't find the feet on anyone in that box. Dayton says, guys, as always, let's keep believing. As we approach halftime, I would like to give you a quick reminder that we will be accepting calls on Skype at halftime for you guys to call in and give in your reaction as to what you thought of this first half for Milan. We'll be doing that as well after the game. The Skype username to call is Rossoneri TV. And it is a first come first serve basis. Usually there's lots of callers and we cannot answer everyone. So whoever calls first will get the priority. Napoli on the counter. Still Napoli. Bit of space. Well blocked. Paletta heads it out smartly on the side. Insigne regains possession. Suso with a little touch. Puts the ball away for a Napoli throw. We are at 72 likes. Our target is 150. We always reach 150 likes, guys. So if you haven't yet liked the video, please click on that like button and help us reach that. There's 1 minute of added time in this first half. Oh, here's a big chance for Milan. That has to be a yellow card. It was called. Yellow card! Yellow card! That could have even been a red there for the opportunity that Baka had. He wasn't last man, and he has only given a yellow card. Baka's even complaining that that should have been a red card. Linesman says nothing, but it will be a big chance for Milan right before halftime. It will be a free kick right on the edge of the box. A big opportunity there for Carlos Baka. He was onside, definitely was onside. That could have been a red card, no joke. That could have been a red card for Tonelli. Maybe not much into that foul, but the referee has awarded a free kick to Milan. Well, let's see if Milan could equalize it just before halftime. That will be something to watch. Milan have a big opportunity with Suso, Bonaventura, the best free kick takers for Milan at the moment, on the ball. Let's see if we can deliver some magic here. Suso and Bonaventura both on the ball. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna take the final strike of the first half? It is very close range, just outside the box. Seems like Suso will be taking it. He does. It's over the net. And Napoli escape with a big chance there for Milan. Suso would wish that chance would be back for him. But the halftime score is 2-1 for Napoli. A poor start to the game for Milan. But they got one back through Kuchka just a few minutes before the halftime whistle. Now we will be taking your calls in just a few moments. Just give me a few moments to organize it. And we'll get that underway. So really, what did you guys think about that first half? Like I said, it was very shaky. Very shaky first half, especially in the opening minutes. We unfortunately conceded 2 goals in 10 minutes. Just completely unacceptable. We didn't play for the first 30 minutes. We were letting Napoli just be all over us. But at the end of the day, we got 1 goal back at halftime. So hopefully we'll see more of those last 15 minutes from Milan in that second half. And much less of the first 30 minutes that we saw from Milan. So I am currently on Skype. Rossoneri TV is the username. If you guys want to have your say, now is the time. Give me a call. I'll be accepting your calls for the duration of halftime. But getting into your comments now. Lots of people are saying, please pull Lapadula on for the second half. And we are getting a call from Azem Zahab. So just give me a moment till I get that sorted out. Hi Azem, can you hear me? Hello? Alright, call me back when your mic works. Roberto's calling in as well. Hi Roberto, how are you doing? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect. What did you make of that first half for Milan? Not the start that Milan were gonna want really in this game. Napoli came out strong. I said it before, you know. Milan needed to approach this game with the right mentality. They didn't. What did you make of that first half?
Well, Napoli were dominant and AC Milan's defense was very, very shaky. The second shot, Donnarumma maybe should have done a bit better, but the first shot, he couldn't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. You know, I saw, like, getting back to those Napoli goals, you know, I think the first goal, maybe, yeah, definitely was a very good shot from Insigne, but in my opinion, I think there was even something wrong in his position. The second goal, I think he should have, like, covered that first post better. Either way, it was just completely terrible marking from Milan's defense today. Just terrible marking on both occasions, in my opinion. Obviously, Napoli made them pay for it with their fast counterattacks. But overall, it was just horrible marking. Do you think Milan still have a chance in this game? given from what you've seen in those last maybe 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah, Napoli should have had a red card towards the end,
Mm-hmm.
and I think AC Milan can get back into the game. It's only 2-1, one goal difference. There are 45 minutes to get 2 goals. I think they can win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting back to that red card incident, I think it could have definitely been a red. I don't think that the referee was gonna, think of giving a red card just before halftime to Tonelli. But I do believe it could have been, looking at the replays again, I'm not quite sure if there was much in that challenge, to be honest with you. But if the foul was called, then the foul was called. It should have been a red card, right? So, that's what I'm thinking. Do you have any other comments?
No.
All right, Roberto. Well, thank you for calling in.
All right, thanks.
Take care. So you heard it there from Roberto. I will be taking other calls. I'm with Nikesh now. Hey, man, can you hear me?
Yes, man. How are you?
I'm good. Just speak a bit louder so people can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, a bit better. All right. What did you make of that first half there for Milan?
It was a terrible first 30 minutes. I think Napoli did a good job blocking Suso and Bonaventura on the wings, and they didn't let us just let us give a good cross to Baka, and Baka was obviously very poor, and also the defense couldn't control the fast attackers of Napoli.
Yeah. I think that Napoli was really clogging that midfield so well, especially in those first 30 minutes, and they were toying around with Milan, just moving the ball so.
Like a
Yeah, just moving the ball so fast, and like Milan didn't even have time to gather it back. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, why weren't they pressing like Napoli was doing in those first 30 minutes? Why did they have to wait until the last 15 minutes of that first half in order to start pressing and forcing Napoli into making mistakes? That's the only way that they're gonna be getting mistakes from Napoli, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's how the whole Milan team was like for the entire season, right? The first half, they're like, they let the opponent score 1 or 2 goals, and then try to come back. Maybe this time, hopefully it works out. Maybe Montella screws the players in the half time, and let's see if they can do it again, like another Sassuolo match.
Yeah, let's hope so. Not gonna be an easy task against Napoli, but you just never know.
Napoli.
Yeah,
Napoli is a very tough side.
That's it. All right. Thank you for calling in, Nikesh.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Also Milan.
So you heard it from there. Pasquale was giving me a call. I'm gonna get into contact with him. You came on last time. You gave a very good analysis of what he was thinking of the game. So I'm gonna get into touch with him. Hi, Pasquale. Can you hear me?
Ciao Gio, yes I can. How are you?
Not too bad. Definitely not the type of first half that I was hoping for Milan. I'm not gonna say I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, Milan should have done better and they should have done their homework with Napoli. What did you make of that first half?
Well, I think that Napoli definitely did their homework, that's for sure. I think they were watching the Torino game for sure. Just by the way that they were set up defensively and the way that they looked to counter the way they did, it was very similar to Torino and the way they were set up. I mean, they've been playing that system the whole season for sure, but the way that they were able to... So Mertens was basically playing as the sole striker in defence, and as I said to you sort of in the comments earlier on, they were clogging the midfield, very similar to what Torino was doing. So they would have those two wingers, Insigne and Callahan, dropping back into that midfield and creating that five-man sort of line in the midfield just to try and prevent Milan playing through. So they've definitely done their homework, and it looked to pay dividends early on, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And, I think that Milan, once again, they didn't start the game with the right approach. And it's something that I keep repeating over and over again. Why do we always have to be the team that doesn't start with the right approach? Why do we always have to be the team that waits for the other teams to impose their own style and get the goals before we react? Like, it just doesn't work like that. Sure, we could still come back from this game, but Napoli is not a team like Sassuolo. It's not a team like Torino or Cagliari, for example. This is a team that, when they do take their chances, they're gonna make you pay for it, you know. And I don't know, like,
exactly. Once they get in behind like that, and they're one-on-one with the goalkeeper, they're going to take their opportunities every time. Especially with Insigne, he's a very, very good player. When he shoots, he's going to get them on target, and we can't let that happen again. But the good thing is, as I said before as well, is that I don't think that they're capable of playing with that high intensity for 90 minutes. It's going to be very difficult for Napoli to do that. And luckily, that's sort of a lucky thing for Milan. I think that's why you saw Milan sort of come back into the game maybe in the 35th sort of minute. That's when Milan started passing the ball a bit better and was able to pass the ball forward. That was the big difference. I mean, you noticed in the first 20 minutes, Milan couldn't play out of their own half. They couldn't get the ball forward. And then all of a sudden, the intensity just sort of dropped from Napoli, and Milan were able to sort of pass the ball forward and apply pressure in Napoli's half, which is why Kuchka, God love him, he was able to get the ball and score like that. So fingers crossed Milan can keep applying that pressure again and put Napoli on the back foot in the second half.
Well, that's exactly it there when you mentioned the pressure. That's what Milan wasn't doing at the beginning, and Napoli found all the space in the world that they needed to generate their chances and their attacks. Hopefully we'll see exactly that from Milan in the second half. We did see it at the end of the first half, and I think that's probably the only way to weaken Napoli's attack, or I mean, like, to weaken their organization, because they're a very organized team. They have players that have vision, like I was saying a few times during the live stream. They have players with eyes behind their head. They just see everything around the pitch, and they're just so smart. If you don't apply that pressure, you're gonna unfortunately concede a lot of attacks from Napoli, and it's gonna cause many problems for the future of this game.
I think one of their dangerous players, and probably who hasn't got a mention actually for Napoli, is Jorginho in midfield. He's doing a very, very good job at recovering the ball in dangerous situations. He's done it at least 3 or 4 times when Milan were looking to go forward. He'll just put his foot in and take the ball very quickly, and then hit the counter button immediately, which is putting Milan under big pressure. And the thing I was going to mention as well is Calabria did not have a very good start at all to the first half. He was under a lot of pressure, but he has worked his way back. I do think that they are targeting Calabria though, so that's going to be something that we'll have to watch out for in the second half.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Pasquale, for calling in.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Alright, we heard it there from Pasquale. As usual, very good analysis. This guy always knows what he's talking about. I've been getting a lot of calls, guys, so unfortunately I wasn't capable of answering them when I'm on the call. But as soon as I'm done, make sure to call me. As soon as I'm done the call, make sure to call me and I'll answer exactly whoever calls me first. So send those calls coming, and I'll do my best to answer them. Here's a call from Waleed. Hi, Waleed, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. What did you make of that first half, Waleed? Milan really wasn't too good. Go ahead.
I think... Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I think Calabria was not good at all. Calabria was not at his right position, so he was not good. And Pazzalic did absolutely nothing. So, in my opinion, we need to... Montella did the wrong decision playing Calabria instead of Antonelli.
Yeah, that was something I was questioning myself, actually, at the beginning of the game when Antonelli wasn't chosen by Montella. You know, I was thinking, like, why is he playing Calabria? Why is he playing Calabria now that Antonelli's back? I could understand last game when Antonelli and Deschio were both missing, But now that Antonelli came back, why would you choose Calabria over him? But that's definitely a very good point there you made, Walid. Do you think Milan still have a good chance in the second half to get a goal and hopefully get a good result?
Yeah, of course, we played very good in the last 20 minutes. We played way better than them in the last 20 minutes. No, so I think we still have a chance to win.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we'll get something done tonight, but we have to limit Napoli from their chances. All right, Walid, thank you for calling in, man.
Thank you, man.
All right. You heard it there from Walid. We're just a few moments away from the second half. It seems that the players will be walking in onto the pitch very, very soon. There is another call coming in, so I'll be answering that just now before getting into the second half. Hi, Abed. You're live on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Good, yourself.
Thank you, Theo. How are you? Fine.
Yeah.
I just want to give my thoughts on the first half of Napoli-Milan.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, sure, brother. However, a very weak start, man, for the match. I was really disappointed about it, especially Calabria there on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
It was very weak. Bonaventura didn't find his form till the moment, only in the last maybe 5 to 8 minutes, maybe you can talk about that. However, Suso disappeared. I don't know what's happened to him. Of course, you can't blame him all the time because he's done so well so far in the season. But what I think must happen, at least in the last 25 minutes of the game, is entering Lapadula next to Bacca, so that they can have like a 4-4-2 formation. Sousa's doing very good till now. I can feel that he's doing a good job. Pasalic, I don't know. Locatelli and Romagnoli's absence is showing very clearly, man.
Mm-hmm.
However, we can't also blame Donnarumma for the goals that he's taken. He's done also so far throughout the season, but Gustavo Gomez a very weak signing for the season.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We need better backups. That's a problem for me, you know. Like, you're gonna get games where players are injured or suspended, and you need players to fill in their shoes. Unfortunately, even if Jose Sosa is decent, to me, it just doesn't do it enough. You understand? It's not enough. It's just not enough to, yeah.
However, I was really impressed by Napoli's first start. I hate Napoli. I hate all the teams in the world. I just love Milan.
That's exactly it. Exactly.
I'm a fan of Milan since birth because my father was a Milanista fan.
Mm-hmm.
However, you know what? I'm really disappointed. If you can just realize in the last 4 to 5 years, man, it's been like it's so difficult to purchase a player or even take him on loan, as if Milan is not that big thing. They can't remember what we have done in the past. They're only thinking about money.
Yeah, money. Yeah, exactly. Money and Champions League and stuff like that. That's all they want.
Yeah, man. But you know what's so disappointing, man? That the problem is that all the people or all the clubs, like, easily they can purchase players, but Milan it takes a whole month to negotiate with one player. And at the end, it doesn't work. It's really disappointing. But you know what? The mentality of the comeback in the game is good, but we mustn't always play on that sense. We must take the priority and do well. Why should we wait for the goal?
Exactly. I've been saying that. Yeah.
I wish in the second half they can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lapadula's entrance plus Antonelli at the left side, and believe it or not, I hate him, but Poli.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Jose Sosa instead of Pasalic, I think will do a good job today because he's a fighter. He gets the ball whenever he runs for it. But I think these 3 substitutions can do at least the tie-up for us. Don't forget that we have also a game against Bologna, which I think we have to get a good advantage over other teams on it so that we can at least stay ahead of Inter. Thinking about the Europa League, but I wish we can return to the Champions League. I miss the anthem, man.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens. The second half is underway, so thank you for calling in, Abed. Hopefully we'll get a result here. All right, take care.
Okay, good luck, Forza Milan.
Okay, Forza Milan. All right, guys, you heard it there from Abed. The second half is underway. It has started, and hopefully we'll get something good going on here. because we definitely need that. We definitely need a good start to the second half. Just exactly like we ended the first half. We need to continue with that. And hopefully we'll get a second goal soon. Bonaventura does a very good job there to keep it in. Giacomo. Still Bonaventura with the ball. Moves it around. Abate now with a cross. Big chance! It's off the bar! It's off the bar for Milan. What a big chance that was for Mario Pasalic, I believe that was. That was a big chance for Milan. Exactly the start I wanted to see. The ball was still in. Mario Pasalic has hit the bar. What a chance that was. It could have been 2-2. Exactly the type of reaction I wanted from Milan. We are a good reactionary team. I think every Serie A team knows that. But we need to do and finish those chances. We had two very big chances with Gustavo Gomez in the first half. Pasalic now. Those need to be in the back of the net. Very good pressure. Milan on the counter now. Nice pass. Could that be it? No, it's not. It goes off for a corner. But what a start it has been for Milan in the second half. And that's once again all due to the pressure that they're adding onto Napoli now. Exactly what I want to see. This is what I want to see from Milan. Now they have a corner. Crosses in. A strike, Jose Sosa! How did Pepe Reina hold on to that? That was a bullet of a shot. Much, much better from Milan. Much, much better. Wow. How did he hold on to that? What a strike it was from Jose Sosa. This is exactly the type of start we wanted to see from Milan. Unfortunate not to get a goal out of it. But finally we're seeing some positive signs. Finally we're seeing some positive signs. Now there appears to be a Napoli player injured. I'm not sure if he's coming off. Was it Isai? The ball will be given back to Napoli. And there's some complaining going on because I think Napoli wanted the ball to get back to Pepe Reina. Bonaventura and Allen now both complaining to each other, telling each other off. And these guys have started... Well, we'll see exactly what goes on here, guys. There's a bit of confusion. I guess Napoli wanted the ball to be given back to Pepe Reina while Milan just put it out for a touch, for a throw-in. But this is smart playing for Milan. I have to admit, it might not be very nice for Milan to just give the ball away on the touchline. But you know, if you want to keep the pressure there, it's definitely what you need to do sometimes. Finally, I'm looking at Milan adding pressure. If you want to get wins, you're gonna have to work hard. Especially against these teams. Gustavo Gomez once again caught out. Thankfully, he recuperates, puts that ball out. Everyone's saying we're coming back. I definitely hope so. There's still lots of time to be played. Still lots of time to be played, guys. What we need to do is be very good defensively. And Gustavo Gomez with a bad foul there. He's going to get booked. Gustavo Gomez, he says that's his first foul. He still gets a yellow card. And there's a free kick chance for Napoli. Not a very good performance from Gustavo Gomez. He had a very good chance to actually get on the score sheet at the end of that first half. But his header was just inches wide of the post. Well, it is a free kick for Napoli. They have a lot of dangerous players that could score from this position. That's something that we already know. Donnarumma needs to set up as well. And hope that Napoli don't get a chance to score. Milan definitely had lots of chances to have more than one goal in this game today. They had a couple of chances that could have been goals. But here's Insigne on the ball. A free kick for him. Insigne. It's over the wall! And doesn't hit the target. Or does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't hit the target. That was just inches wide of the crossbar. Luckily, we escaped with that one as well. Donnarumma had it covered, I believe. Calabria now. A giveaway, but luckily to him, it ends up in the throw. Pasquale says, interesting, Milan were able to play passes in behind. Donnarumma needs to put it up. Does well there. Paletta. Calabria. Bonaventura now. Very good dribbling skills as usual. Milan hoping to keep the ball more. That's a very nice pass from Jose Sosa. Suso now needs to pull the ball in the max. He does! It's wide. He went for the shot rather than the cross. And it's going to be a Pepe Reina goal kick. Are they the same players, says Abdul Raham. Oh yes, they are. Sometimes they want to play, sometimes they don't. And we need the quality from them in order to get the results. Like I said, we need to work hard. If we work hard, we will be getting the results. But you need to be continuous. You cannot just play whenever you want to play. You need to play for 90 minutes. Let's hope Milan could rescue a point here. A bit of an ass to Bonaventura, but he does keep it very well. It's a cross. Still Milan! Oh, that goes across the face of goal. No one there to poke it in, unfortunately. What a chance that was for Milan. Another big chance. It must be at least their third or fourth chance of the second half. And at this point, you're probably begging for a second goal. It's a different Milan in the second half. We always show up to play in the second half for some reason. Never in the first. Let's hope we could get the equalizer sooner rather than later. That's a nice ball from Paletta. Pepe Reina heads it. Nice ball from Paletta there to Bacca. Bacca wasn't fast enough. Oh, that could have been a bit better from Abate towards Suso. He must not stop playing though. He needs to re-get the ball. Regains possession. Nice play from Jose Sosa to switch sides. Pasalic now. Maybe Bonaventura could be helping him there. Nice try by Jose Sosa. Unfortunately, too wide for Mario Pasalic, who hit the crossbar, by the way, at the beginning of the second half. We have reached over 100 likes, guys. Thank you once again for that. We are trying to reach 150. So if you guys haven't yet liked the video, please do so. Pepe Reina is wasting time. Whistles all around the San Siro. Still Milan. Was that... was it? Still Milan with a big chance. Bacca! Bacca! Was that a penalty? It's a booking for Bacca for diving. A booking for Bacca for diving. Just like Mertens was given one, Bacca has been given one as well. I got to see this again. I'm not really sure if that was a penalty, but I wouldn't call that a dive as well. I mean, he was holding his arm there. That's for sure. And that's a very good interception though by Bacca. It was very well done. I'm not sure that was a penalty. I really don't think so, but I wouldn't call that a dive as well. Jose Sosa needs to calm down the play there. There were two. Very good interception again by Pasalic. Pasalic now. Tries the shot. Pepe Reina keeps it in. Doesn't go off for a corner. It's a whole different Milan in the second half. Finally, we're pounding on Napoli's mistakes. And those are the types of pressing you need to do. Pasalic did just that. Unfortunately for him, the shot didn't matter much. Pasquale pretty much summed it up. He said it was a shove, not a dive. Exactly. You cannot give up a card for that. It really wasn't the same as what Mertens did, that's for sure. But it didn't deserve a penalty. I agree with that. But it wasn't a dive. I wouldn't call that a dive. Paletta now. Napoli, very good pressuring again. Calabria somehow finds Bonaventura. Bonaventura, it's still him. A real leader of this team throughout the whole season. Offside. Hopefully Milan will get the equalizer very soon. They've been doing all that they could have done so far in the second half. Oh, that's very good skill from Kuchka. It's a pass to Bacca. It's a cross. Bonaventura couldn't reach it. It will go off for a corner kick. But that was a great attempt from Kuchka, getting past two players there. It's been all Milan this second half. Everything Milan. We definitely deserve an equalizer here. That has to be said. Jose Sosa. Insigne somehow still keeps it. Pasalic puts in his foot wrong. It's a chipper try for Insigne. Just over the bar. Sends Donnarumma flying into the net. What a chance that was for Napoli. Calabria needs to do better there, Calabria. Good pressure though. Forces Napoli to push back. With all the chances we've been getting this game, it should definitely be at least 2-2. Maybe even 3-2 for that matter. Really, we did get a lot of chances. I wasn't expecting Milan to have this reaction. Hopefully we'll be capable of getting a second one here. Another ball sent in by Napoli. Milan recovers. Jose Sosa needs to be careful. Paletta clears the danger. Goes all the way to Bonaventura. Jack Bonaventura. What a player he is. Takes on 3, 4. Switches sides to Suso. Suso now. Tries a shot. It's over the net. Just way too much to ask for Suso there from that position. Especially being off balance. But Bonaventura and Suso once again coming to the rescue. Being the real stars of this Milan hopefully comeback. There's a substitution for Napoli. Whistles going around the San Siro. Diawara is coming on for them. And it appears to be Jorginho coming off. We'll see how this progresses for Milan. People are saying Suso's getting predictable. He's got to stop with these shots. I agree. I mean, they're not very successful, but at the same time, and that's a poor giveaway from Napoli. Gives Milan another corner kick. Napoli's playing very nervous at the moment, and Milan need to take advantage of exactly that. It is a corner for Milan. It's taken way too close to Reina. He grabs onto that very easily. Reina still wasting time. Oh, that's very well done there from Napoli. On the wing, Calabria needs to recover. It's a nice pass. Napoli and Milan do a very good job defensively to get cleared of that threat. Bonaventura switches sides to Suso. What a pass that was. Suso still keeps the ball. Oh, that's just good playing there from Suso. Waits for his teammate to come instead of going for it himself. Jose Sosa now to Suso. Still Milan. Suso being the magician of this. Suso with a nice cross. Headed away by Napoli. Pasquale is saying Suso is excellent. He just has 3 players on him from Napoli, and Abate has stopped overlapping. That's a nice pass from Napoli. Opens up the play. Insigne. Insigne now cannot be given a shot. He does. It's wide, thankfully. Thankfully, that goes wide. Mertens seems to be down. Not quite sure what happened with him. And the doctors have been called in. There was a clash there with Paletta. Paletta pushing him away. Well done. We are about 50 subscribers away from today's goal of reaching 11,500. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to Rossoneri TV, please do so. This is the only AC Milan fan channel on YouTube. We post daily videos with daily news recaps, match previews, reviews, live stream watch-alongs, and much, much more for you guys to stay updated on a daily basis with AC Milan. Also, hit on that like button if you haven't yet to support this video. Mika says, Calabria loses his men all the time. He needs to improve his marking, and I completely agree with that. He needs to improve his marking. Still not quite sure why Antonelli wasn't given the start in this game. Still Milan with the ball. Paletta. Calabria now. Bonaventura, Bonaventura. That's a nice pass from Gustavo Gomez to Jose Sosa. Still Milan. Bacca loses the ball. And it causes a foul. I hope Lapadula comes on soon, guys. I hope Lapadula comes on soon. Please give him this chance. That should be offside. It is. Napoli is offside. Calabria. Paletta with a giveaway. Thankfully, he wasn't too close to the danger zone. Nice ball there from Napoli. Paletta. That's the player we know him to be. I don't know if that was out, referee. That was not out. That was not out. He did keep it in. Let's take a look at this again. That was not out. Montella doesn't agree. Bacca, Pasalic, both chasing the ball. Reina kicks it up. And what a ball that was from Reina. Donnarumma, did he read that? He does. Comes out well there, Donnarumma. Well done to come out and deflect that. He had to get that right, or that could have been a penalty shot to Napoli. There was no foul on the Milan player, says the referee. Napoli continue playing. That's a very good ball. Gustavo Gomez somehow manages to escape that danger as well. Still 25 minutes to play. A nice chipper from Donnarumma to Calabria. It's been more Milan this second half. Now there's a counter for Milan. A big chance. Bonaventura to Bacca. Bacca. A shot right to Pepe Reina's hands. That was just way too weak of a shot from Bacca. Needs to do better on that. That was a real pass to Pepe Reina. No worries whatsoever. Good counter though. Milan still pressing very high. And searching for that equalizer. Dimitri says we cannot stop pressing and passing. That's for sure. We need to continue playing exactly like we've been doing all second half so far. Napoli have done completely nothing this second half. Nothing at all. And once again, I question myself why Milan cannot play like this all game round. Why do we always need to wait until the second half? Still Milan with the ball. There will be a substitution for Milan. There's already someone waiting on the touchline. And they give you all about that in just a few moments. But there's still one more chance for Milan. A cross comes in. That's a nice ball. Reina comes out. Reads everything though. Diawara for Napoli. Paletta must use his speed. Mertens is not fast enough anymore. He's very tired. He got knocked down a few times. Paletta pretty much making him his bitch in that second half. Sorry for the expression. Still Milan. Oh, that's a poor pass there. Jose Sosa needs to do better. Or was it Sousa on that instance? Oh, that's very weak from Milan. What is happening with the defense there? It's a nice save from Donnarumma. Saves everything. But what was the defense doing there? Literally sleeping. Sleeping. Why was the defense so weak there? And Lapadula is set to come on, guys. Lapadula is set to come on. For who? I'm not sure yet, but we will soon see that. Still hoping for this equalizer, especially now that Lapadula is set to come on. Still Milan applying lots of pressure to Napoli in the second half. Calabria puts in the cross, deflected away. Jose Sosa wins it, back to Calabria. A bit of a blind pass there from Calabria. Paletta once again. Lapadula, the man of the hour, is set to come on in just a few moments. Could he rescue Milan a point again? That's the question all the Milan fans are asking themselves. Will he be capable to bring joy to the Milan fans yet again. It's a cross from Milan. Napoli very well defended there. They defend every cross there is to defend. Paletta once again being very strong to read that. A complete change in performance for Paletta if you compare the first to the second half for him. Much better player overall. And Bonaventura wins Milan another corner. And this should be the time of the substitution. Not yet. Not yet. I think they'll be taking this corner beforehand. Everything's silent around the San Siro. Bonaventura. Nothing doing. It's going to be another corner yet again. On the other side. On the opposite side this time. 20 minutes or so left in this game. Here it is. Jose Sosa, not the best of passes there. And there's a big counter-attack from Napoli. It's a 3-on-1 here. Everyone needs to come back. Bonaventura doing defensive duties himself. And what a comeback that was from Giacomo Bonaventura. With defensive duties from Giacomo Bonaventura. And then you wonder why this guy is getting a contract extension, doubling his salary. He just does it all for Milan. He just does it all for Milan. They're still waiting to put in Lapadula. The next time the ball goes out, that'll be the time. Until then, that's a good interception by Gomez, and he's got fouled. And now it's time for the substitution. Lapa goal is coming on. He's got 20 minutes or so to score. Baca is off. Not a very convincing performance from the Colombian once again. Lapadula's got another point to prove this time. There's going to be a double substitution actually for Milan. Bertolacci is set to come on as well. Possibly Pasalic will come off. We'll soon find out. And as we wait to see who comes out for Bertolacci. We'll soon tell you exactly what the change was there. But Bertolacci is on now for Jose Sosa. So he's going to be the regista, I'm guessing. He's going to be the man right in front of the midfield. The defense. Here it is. Jack! And it's offside. It's offside. It's offside. Storadi for Suso. Still 15 minutes or so left for Milan to rescue a point. Napoli doing a lot of time wasting now, as you would be expecting from them. Calabria. Oh, that's a poor giveaway there from Paletta. Maybe there was a foul on Calabria. Calabria recovers. Gets the ball out of danger, but Paletta needs to be aware of those passes. Ah, that's another giveaway. Milan must continue to apply pressure to Napoli. That has been really the whole reason as to why Milan were able to dominate the second half. Should have done so from the start. Unfortunately, they didn't. Here's Napoli, a big chance, Gustavo Gomez. And that's another foul for Gustavo Gomez. Needs to be careful because he's already in the book. We wouldn't want the sending off here, that's for sure. Well done though to Gustavo Gomez for making Napoli lose some meters. It's still a free kick to them from a less threatening position, I guess. Christy says, come on, don't be one of those games when we deserve something but we don't get it. How Milan have not scored before this has stunned me. Same here. I just don't get how we had all those chances and we still weren't capable to score. We must continue playing like this though for these last minutes. The only way we could actually get a result out of this is if we continue playing like we have been doing all second half round. And that is applying very high pressure to these players, to the Napoli players. And limiting our mistakes and passes. You can just see the workload that Lapadula brings to the table as soon as he comes on. Always pressuring. And now Napoli doing a lot of pressing on their own. Really limiting the spaces to Milan as you would expect them to do. Gustavo Gomez plays it all the way back to Donnarumma. Milan loose meters. Pasquale says Napoli will just soak up time and play possession game. Will be very difficult. I completely agree. At the same time, we must keep possession at all costs. You need to tire them out because they'll be doing a lot of running now. They'll be doing a lot of running. And the only way that we could completely tire them out is if we keep the ball more than they do. That's really the only key to getting something out of this match at the moment. Some more time wasting from Napoli. Still not booked by the referee, which I still don't understand why. Once again, we are 50 subscribers away from today's goal of reaching 11,500 subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit on that subscribe button, especially if you're a Milan fan. Everything you need to stay updated with AC Milan on a daily basis. We got it here on Rossoneri TV. Paletta. Nice pass to Bonaventura. He keeps it in. Like I said, Napoli really clogging that midfield. It's like they set up a barrier, a real wall for Milan to penetrate. And right now, all Milan has been doing is passing him back and forth and not really been capable of causing any damage. That's a risky ball there by Bonaventura. Gustavo Gomez remedies from that mistake. Abate, or Kuchka rather. Kuchka now. Let's see if he has a bit more skill in his hands, or his feet rather. Yeah, Napoli is really parking that bus at the moment. Really sitting all back, waiting for Milan to make a mistake so they could counter-attack. And it really all depends on Milan. That should be a foul. It is. I don't know why the linesman didn't even raise his flag. But at the end of the day, the referee did give the foul to that. Rajesh says, you say Back is invisible. Well, Lapadula is even more invisible. Relax. The guy just came on. And Napoli did change their game plan. You think this guy's a magic touch? As soon as he comes in, he's going to score. Here's the cross from Milan. Paletta wins the header. And should be offside. It is offside. Matthias says Abate has no physique. He's been really bad. He hasn't been really involved in this game, to be honest. I haven't seen much from him. Still some more time wasting from Reina. I still don't know how he hasn't got a yellow card yet. Keep playing, says Donnarumma. Calayon is on the ground. We must not waste time. We need to play. And there's a yellow card to Calayon. He has been booked for complaining. The San Siro crowd going absolutely berserk. Paletta, Calabria. So difficult to break Napoli's defense at the moment. We need to play it short, maybe on the wings. That's really our only option because they're limiting all our movements in the middle. Need to be faster and precise in these moments. Pasalic tries a cross, blocked from Napoli. Gustavo Gomez, Paletta, always the same man trying to bring it forward. But Napoli has that wall that you just can't break at the moment. That's a good play there from Bonaventura to leave it. Pasalic now. Bertolacci. Bertolacci. Bonaventura, the flex, it goes off for a goal kick. Good work from Bertolacci. Unfortunate for him. Not to get anything from it. But once again, it is a Napoli goal kick. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Niang is warming up. Antonelli as well. Poli. One last substitution for Montella. Will he throw on Niang? Maybe with that 4-2-4 again. Who knows? Pairing him up with Lapadula as the two strikers. And Bonaventura Suso playing more front. We'll have to see. Wait and see what happens. But yeah, Niang will be coming on. Niang will be coming on. He just got called from the team managers there. Niang is set to come on, guys. It's confirmed. So I guess Montella will try it all with a 4-2-4. And that's a bad giveaway for Milan. Gustavo Gomez, slow. Well defended though. Gustavo Gomez, much better. He's slow. He's very slow, but seems like he's been getting his tackles right in this second half. Still some problems for Napoli, some more time wasting. The referee said he will be adding the time. So much time wasting from Napoli at the moment. Classic from them. They're that type of team, to be honest. And there will be a substitution for Napoli as well. Roll coming in for Allen. And Niang is going to be given one more chance. Seems like it. Niang will be given one more chance. If he wants the fans to forgive him, this is it. I just hope that Niang has a different attitude coming on. And there's a substitution coming here. Like I said, Pasalic coming off. Niang is on. Niang cannot play like he did against Torino for those last 5 minutes. Let's see if he's actually going to bring in his determination this time around. Napoli take the corner. It's a poor cross. Niang now. Let's go, Niang. Come on. Come on! And another first pass he makes is given away. What am I gonna do with this guy? What am I gonna do with this guy? Still Napoli now. Paletta, well tackled there. Oh, what a fake that was! Paletta completely embarrasses the Napoli player there. Less than 5 minutes remaining in this game. Of course, added time should be at least 4 minutes. Niang with the foul. Not sure what to make out of this. So far, he's made a bad pass. And he's made a tackle, a foul. Bate wins the header. Napoli still has the ball. Oh, that's a nice giveaway from Napoli. Once again, Insigne regains possession. And that's a bad pass from Insigne. Donnarumma will gather that ball. It's a throw given to Milan. Could we get at least one more chance before the end of this game to equalize? It's a ball given to Suso. Suso needs to work his magic. Suso. It's Abate. Kuchka rather. Kuchka. Kuchka. Lays it off. Bertolacci! It's a corner. It's going to be a corner for Milan. There was a deflection in that. Good try from Bertolacci. Yep. There was a deflection. This is it for Milan. One of the last chances they're going to be getting. Everyone's in the box. That's a very wide Paletta! Oh, they've tried that solution already in the past. We could recall against Sassuolo when Paletta came out of nowhere to get the winner that time. Wasn't the same this time around though. What an opportunity that was. Paletta jumping higher than everyone. Stam. It's really been a whole different performance though from Paletta the second half. From what I saw in the first half, he's been a different player. Gustavo Gomez too has been better. Kuchka. Oh, come on, ref, man. Every little thing to make them waste time. And really, I can't believe the referee hasn't given anything for time wasting so far. Gustavo Gomez. And that's a foul. Everyone should be going up. Suso's down. Hopefully nothing bad with him. Suso's down. He did get tripped. I'm hoping he's okay. But 5 minutes of added time have been given by the fourth man. 5 minutes to rescue a point. That is the mission. Lapadula! And he's offside. Niang with the shot. And that, I believe Niang's shot has hit Berlusconi's chopper. But it was offside anyways. Or handball did he call? I'm not sure. Or a foul. He called a foul. Niang, what a guy. He makes me laugh. He makes me laugh, that guy. Still Napoli. Big chance for them. Paletta comes in handy again. Everyone must push up now in these last moments. Bonaventura. Bertolacci. Nah, not the type of pass I wanted there from Bertolacci. Napoli give the ball away. One last chance. Kuchka. Calabria now. Bonaventura. Can you work some magic? Cross is deflected. Calabria heads it in. Reina's gonna hold the ball. Niang, pressure, man. What are you waiting for? I'm better than Niang. You guys don't know what I'm capable of. That's why. Of course I'm better than Niang. That's really, really poor from Gustavo Gomez. Bad touch, that's for sure. Let's go, Lapadula. That's a Milan throw. Calabria plays it fast. Everyone's up now. Everyone is up for Milan. Paletta sends a long ball. Suso. That's a nice pass, Lapadula! Should have went for the shot. Instead, he opted for the fake. Ref! Come on, man! What the fuck is this guy calling? Give him a card. Come on, man. One last free kick for Milan. Everyone is up. Suso will be taking it. I think it's gonna be a cross. Donnarumma is up as well. He has joined the attacking forces. There's a cross from Suso. Lapadula! Donnarumma with the header, guys. Donnarumma with the header. And he could have got a goal himself. I think Mino Raiola would have asked for 50 million in wages. Oh my god. If Donnarumma scored that. If only Donnarumma scored that. Oh, Jesus. This is it, though. Last few seconds. If Donnarumma scored there, I was seriously going to take my shirt off. I'm sure lots of you guys want to see that. That's very good done. Niang! Niang, that's a foul, Niang! The referee doesn't call it. Calabria launches it. But that should have been a foul on Niang there. That should be it for the game. And that's it. That's the game. All the fans are at the railings. That is the game. Unfortunate, but at the same time, deserved. Milan didn't play in those first 30 minutes. They didn't want it as much as Napoli did. And that's the consequences you gotta pay for sometimes. Donnarumma created more than Niang. That's exactly what happened there. That will be it, guys, for this live stream watch along. In just a few moments, I will be starting the match review. Once again, you guys could call us during the match review if you want to give your opinion on Milan's performance today. All that will be done in just a few moments. Once again, the final score, Napoli 2, AC Milan 1 at the San Siro. Goals coming in from Kuchka for Milan, Insigne and Callejón for Napoli. That's going to wrap it up. See you guys in a few minutes for the match review. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan.